Welcome back to the Eternal Sith Network, where you get all your Star Wars news. Today we're going to be talking about more Andor, but before we do start that, remember, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know on everything Star Wars. And once you're done watching this video, go check out my last one, give it a thumbs up as you watch. Let's start the show and roll it out. So in Andor episode 1, after visiting a brothel on Morlana One for information on his sister, Cassian is harassed by obviously two Pre-Mor Authority officers trying to rob him, which we did see that, right? And Diego Luna characters Cassian Andor, however, was quick to turn the tables on them and start a fight, and one that ended with both of the officers dead. Now, what makes the deaths of these officers particularly notable is that while one of them was killed by a blaster, the other died simply from getting hit on his head too hard against the ground. And that specific death is what immediately separates Andor from the rest of Star Wars. Dying from just hitting your head on the ground, I mean, too hard is a surprisingly realistic way for a person to die. More, conventionally, realistic death scenes don't usually happen in a Star Wars story that we've seen, with a lot of the sci-fi action, especially not Star Wars again. So Disney's Star Wars' Andor, having it happen so early in literally the first 20 minutes in the show, does an excellent job of showing that it's gonna be a darker and far more grounded than we've ever seen before, than any other Star Wars story that we've ever gotten. And as evidenced by the realistic death scene in the first episode, Andor is striving to have a more serious tone than other Star Wars stories, which we're definitely seeing this for the first time. Now, what really differentiates it from the rest is that from getting that first scene, that first moment, I mean, to see that first death come so quickly and just by a simple natural death, it really shows you how realistic this series is and how grounded it truly is. And that's what I guess I kind of like about this series, is that it can relate to your everyday average person. It can relate to a real person in a sense of how Cassian was as a person from what we're seeing in the storyline. So I think that this show is definitely going to have a dark tone going forward. I think that we're going to see things that we've never seen before in a Star Wars series. Now, again, yesterday we talked about how this show doesn't really talk about the Force, the Sith, and the Jedi, but it will talk about what an everyday average person does go through, meaning Cassian Andor as this rebel spy and what he's going through in his journey that leads up into Rogue One, which we already know his outcome to that. So again, comment down below if this is something that you're enjoying about the series so far, seeing in a sense of how real this show is with that death scene. Do you believe that this show is going to have a darker tone from everything else that we've gotten from Star Wars? And do you think that we need this kind of Star Wars in the franchise? Comment down below, let me know what you think about this news. Remember, hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell so you're always in the know as I have another video out tomorrow. And again, comment down below, let me know what you think about this news. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and remember, the Eternal Sith, then, now, forever. Later, guys.